to Listen to My Podcast. I am your host, Davidito, and we back like we never left. Since we back, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Today, I'm going to give you four tips that every shoe customizer, every artist, every creator should understand, tools that they should have in their bag, okay? Today, this information is going to come to you from four guests from season 2 from the Lace My Podcast. Those guests are KBK Customs, Stem and Thorns, Kicks and Canvas, and J-Dub Customs. Without any further ado, let's get into the first tip.
Listen, you want custom shoes, that's gonna take some bucks. Whatever you have for the price, go ahead and raise them up. Better get your spot now for it's taken up. When it's all said and done, my guy, lace them up. Come on, lace them up.
Not thinking about what other people think as far as my work and just post, honestly. And what I mean by that is more so, I feel like every artist can kind of go through this. They always want every work they do to be better than their last work. But I had to come to realize that every shoe has its own story to tell. So your last sneaker is not going to look like your newest sneaker because that story may be different than your new design. And every sneaker design don't need to be so complex to make it look nice. They always say less is more and more is less sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to realize that and really just not being afraid to talk. Like I have a quote that I stand by me. If you don't talk, your brain ain't going to walk. So I feel like a lot of people more so get discouraged of getting the answer no when they promote. But in my word, I take the answer no mean not right now. Because the same people that can tell you no is going to come back maybe a year, 2 years later when they kind of can see you up in that pedestal and stuff like that. And my motivation to people is more so put yourself in other people's shoes. When somebody come to you in the mall and they trying to promote, sometimes you tell them no. You feel what I'm saying? But that your answer might not mean no, it can mean not at that moment. Or allow people to trust you because if you show them your work, ask yourself, is your work right now suitable for this person to purchase at the moment? Kind of get what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, if you don't have that resume, you kind of like, people's kind of trust you with their money to really make their vision come true. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd say more so just allowing people and just really just pursuing your thing and just do what you got to do, honestly.
So the question is, how many of you are getting in your own way, right? How many of you are allowing whatever thought you may have going on in your head to block you being able to be productive, to post, comparing one thing to another? Comparison is a thief of joy. Remember that. Get out here, make the work, post it, understand that everything that you do, each one has its own journey, has its own stories, and has its own experience. All right? So, get out of your own way. Stop thinking that you can't and start thinking that you can. Will Smith said a great thought, basically saying whatever you think is true. If you believe that you can't do it, or if you believe that you can do it, that is the truth. So if you believe that you can do it, you're going to find a way to make it happen. All right? So stop putting roadblocks in front of yourself and let's go. Enjoy the story, enjoy the journey. All right? Now, tip number 2.
Okay, so I guess the biggest tip is kind of what we talked about earlier, is to just do it. There's probably someone watching this or has watched my videos or your videos, and maybe they've always wanted to do it. And I say just do it. Most of the time in my videos, I try to explain a little bit like what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, just in case somebody wants to try it for themselves. So I would say to just do it. Just, I guess, the Nike slogan, get out there, just do it, man. And then a tip would be to not get frustrated and trust the process. I think the first couple shoes that I did, I really didn't like them halfway through. I don't know why. The Neon Galaxies that I did for my nephew was a football cleat, and I did not like them at all. I was like, I made a huge mistake. I was rethinking customizing altogether in general. But for some reason, when I take the tape off and it like reveals itself, I was like, wow, these actually look pretty sick.
Once again, you heard it. Do it. Just do it. All right? The best thing about that statement is it just get it done. Just chase the dream. Just make the artwork. Just write the book. Just do it. All right? Stop sitting and waiting and thinking on it. It's okay to think. It's okay to have a plan, but don't let it cripple you. Okay? Just do it. Make it happen. Let's go. Tip number 3. This episode of the Lace My Podcast is brought to you by Davidito Designs. Davidito Designs is my website. It's where you can go and cop some merch. You can also put in a request for some custom shoes, and we can bring whatever idea that you may have in your mind to life on a pair of custom shoes. Back to the podcast.
That's tough. Yeah, the one tip that I wish I had when I started out is everybody you've ever met in your life, whether that be your teachers, your parents, your mentors, every single person you've ever met in your life is making it up as they go. Like nobody is an expert, nobody has it figured out. The most well-read, the most like all the people that seemingly have it figured out and seemingly are just like, yo, they're killing it, they're crushing it. Everybody is freestyling. Everybody is making it up as they go. And nobody has a surefire, like even if they think they have a surefire like roadmap or a path, they're still just guessing. They're still trying to figure it out as well. And if I had known that at a younger age, I think I would have spent a lot less time feeling like I was messing stuff up or I wasn't doing things correctly or, you know, there's a right way to do this or there's a wrong way to do this. If I had known early on, like, yo, everybody's making it up. There's no rules to this shit. Literally, you can do whatever you want to do. You can make it up as you go. Like everybody talks about like fake it till you make it. Like it's 100%. That's what all of life is you get put in these positions, you get put in opportunities, you get placed in front of these things and you're just like, all right, cool. Let's make it happen. Let's figure it out. And like I said, I think if I had known that early on in my career, like when I was a lot younger, it would have saved me a lot of heartache, but it also would have just like catapulted me forward.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? No one has all the answers. No one has it 100% figured out. Everybody is creating as they go along and as they move forward. What are you waiting on? Again, what are you waiting on? Okay? Stop waiting. Move forward. It's okay if you don't have all the answers. You'll learn them as you grow. Alright? You'll get a better understanding as you move forward. You'll add more tools to the toolbox moving forward than sitting still. Alright? The world keeps spinning with or without you. That's what the song says. Anyways, now, tip number 4.
If they really are passionate about art and they say, oh, I think like sneakers as a canvas is something I want to get into. Do you have any tips? This is like the tip that everybody's going to give you, but I think preparation is everything. You got to prep the sneaker for it to be wearable. I mean, obviously your art is going to evolve over years. I can't just sit here and say, all right, make the best art. You know what I'm saying? Like that's obvious, but some people aren't able to do that until they get some practice, right? So, but preparation, you got to acetone it. You got to tape it up crispy. You got to, less is more when it comes to paint. So you got to do thin layers and, eventually you'll be able to get the hang of it. Obviously practice on, I was fortunate enough that my brother was letting me practice on all his shoes. I messed up all his shoes, all my shoes and stuff like that. So before you really go out there and kind of ruin your name by painting someone's shoes and making it bad, you just practice on all the shoes you have, go on eBay, like Air Force One bulk or lot or whatever, and just buy like 8 of them for $100 or whatever and just go crazy.
You heard it. Get an understanding of what you're doing. And all that doing, get an understanding, right? And all that get an understanding. Get an understanding of what you're doing, right? It's okay to just start. It's okay to jump in there and learn. I will tell you this. The first time I got back into customizing shoes, I didn't know all the tips and tricks, and I still don't know all the tips and tricks, but I'm learning as I go, right? All right, that's part of this journey of being an artist. All right, I don't care what your medium is. If you're on a canvas, if you're spray painting on walls, if you're painting on shoes, skateboard, I don't care what your canvas is. Okay, you'll learn as you go along. All right, you'll get a better understanding of the tools that you use and the materials that you're working on as you move forward. I'll tell you right now, the first time me getting back into it, I just threw some paint on some shoes and them joints cracked up something crazy. But I learned from it, right? I didn't hold myself back, all right? I didn't just wait and figure and say I need to have all the answers right now. You don't have to have all the answers right now. What you need to do is move forward. Get it done. Take step number 1, right? Take whatever vision you have from here, get past the naysayers in your own mind, and move forward. If you got something from this episode of the Lace 'em Up podcast, where we reflect 4 tips from season 2 that I feel like every artist should have, every creator should have, the message of today: get past your own roadblocks and move forward. If you got some game from today, comment game down in the comment section, not the game section, but comment game or church, all right, preaching today in the comment section, all right. Until next time, remember, fear is fake, creating is problem solving. Peace. Now, to watch full episodes of these interviews on the Lace 'em Up podcast, check out them right here. And don't forget to subscribe.
Forward. Listen, it takes wisdom to grab these sneakers and spin them. Cut a couple of linen and match them up with the denim core. Davidito, he'll cook it up like a kilo and have your Air Ones appropriate with the stilo. He's no Lilo, but he's mean with the stitch.